Do you need ClickFunnels 2.0 and ActiveCampaign? Well, the short answer is no, but the long answer is maybe. So let's talk about a couple things. So the short answer is no. And just so you know, I've used ClickFunnels Classic, I've used ClickFunnels 2.0, which I'm currently using, and I've also helped out my clients with ActiveCampaign. So with ClickFunnels Classic, you didn't have to, but it made sense to have an outside email provider such as ActiveCampaign or GetResponse or MailChimp if you didn't have the premium package for ClickFunnels Classic. So in ClickFunnels 2.0, they changed things around a lot. So they're actually giving you email workflows and email automations inside of 2.0 that is just as good as anything in ActiveCampaign or GetResponse or MailChimp. So you can have everything you need right in ClickFunnels 2.0. Now, I will say this, there are certain things that are not available in ClickFunnels 2.0 that ActiveCampaign has. ActiveCampaign is a very advanced system for CRM and email campaigns, which most people don't need, right? It has a lot of stuff in there that it was just, honestly, it's overcomplicated. I don't like their platform. And there's just so many things there. I'm like, that it's really an advanced system. Now, ClickFunnels 2.0 is very user-friendly. It's very easy to understand, and it's very easy to implement and program. And I want to show you a little bit. So I want to jump into my screen. Let's do a screen share, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about with 2.0 as far as the email flows and why you don't need ActiveCampaign. This is the dashboard. This is what it will look like over here. You're going to have, your home. You have the home setting, which gives you your dashboard. There's a site, which is going to give you this is basically like your homepage, your funnel hub. It's going to have a blog on there. You could have, links to your community, your store, your customer center, funnels, funnel pages, URL redirects. You have courses. You have a membership area. You can control domains and URLs over here. The next one down is funnels. And this is the main thing that you don't really get in ActiveCampaign, an easy to use funnel builder and main website builder. So you don't have those things. You can't add products in ActiveCampaign. So you're not tracking orders. You do have contacts in ActiveCampaign. Analytics, yeah, it gives you analytics, but only for emails and like opens and open rate and clicks. And then down here you have your marketing tab for ClickFunnels, right? So this stuff is basically what ActiveCampaign has, like as far as the marketing goes, but it doesn't have all those other features, right? And just so you know, like you can get a basic plan for ClickFunnels 2.0 for $147 a month. I do the $197 a month plan because it gives me I think up to three domains. If you want to do just one domain, you can use ClickFunnels 2.0, the basic plan, which is $147. The basic plan is $147. And so here you'll have workflows, and I just want to give you an idea of what these workflows can do. Let's go to the webinar registration sequence. And here's one thing that I absolutely love in ClickFunnels 2.0, and they just added this feature. So, and here's the thing that I want to say about ClickFunnels 2.0. They built the new platform so they can add features at will. Like it's very programmable. ClickFunnels Classic was not. Like they hit a wall, they hit a barrier. There's certain things that they couldn't do, or it was very complicated in order to program. So with 2.0, it's like a blank slate, and they can program it the way they need to, and they've made it in such a way that they can just add features as they are requested. And I'm going to show you a little something. So this would be a workflow. Basically you set a trigger, it's almost like the same thing in ActiveCampaign. So you set your trigger, like somebody opts in for the webinar, and then there's gonna, you send the email, you give it commands, you can add a delay in there, you can then you send the other email, and then you can put a delay, depends on the time, that's 5 hours, and then you can share the replay, right? Because the webinar already happened. And let me just show you how that works, right? So if I wanted to add something in here, so after the trigger, let's say I want to add something, I could send an email, I could drag this over, right? And then I have to pick out the email, the template that I want to use, and then build it that way. Or I can send an asset, right? So you load your digital assets up and you can send it. You can tell it to send it. You can put a conditional split path. You can split test. You add your delay, calendar event delay. This is the awesome feature right here, the calendar event delay, and I'm going to explain that in a second. You can trigger another workflow. You can end it. You can do a conditional goal. You tag a contact, add a note, notify. You can get a notification when someone enrolls or purchases or whatever the case may be. You can enroll somebody in a course that you have, unenroll a contact, grant community access, revoke community access. You can pull the contact forward, add third-party integration or webhooks. So, I mean, these are all the things that you can do. You can do all these in ActiveCampaign, except for the calendar event delay. Like, I don't know about that, but I know they have this in ClickFunnels. And this is specifically for, like, if you're closing a cart or you're closing a webinar. So, for instance, in this webinar workflow, with the calendar event delay, you set your calendar event and then you set the date on it, and then you add it into your workflow. And see right here, this indication says wait till 3 days before calendar event. The calendar event being the cart closing of the webinar, right? Why is this so important? Because you want to create scarcity and urgency when somebody goes through your webinar to buy your product, right? So typically, like, you'll promote your webinar, your live webinar, and it's for Thursday, let's say, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to have a closing cart email sequence, right? So wait 3 days before, wait 60 hours before, wait 2 days before, and these are the post-webinar emails. And now we're waiting 36 hours before, another post-webinar email, wait 1 day before, now a cart closing reminder 8 hours before the cart closes. And then there's all, and then just keeps getting closer and closer and closer until the cart's going to close. And what's going to happen when the timer goes to 0, the cart's going to close. There's going to be a page redirect. So it's going to send people back to the registration page, the webinar registration, and they can no longer make the purchase until they go through the webinar again, right? So ClickFunnels is going to track the people that come through. And if they're in this sequence, right, if they've already registered for the webinar, they're going to get a redirect when they go to the order page after the cart closing date, right? Really good to boost your sales, really, and it really puts scarcity and urgency. It lets people know that, like, this is for real. This might be your last chance, right? And that's going to help you with your sales. So that wasn't always there. They literally just rolled this out, like, which is awesome. Now, with that being said, one thing that I know that ClickFunnels 2.0 does not have that ActiveCampaign has is a conditional split path to indicate when somebody clicks the email, right? It's like, so an ActiveCampaign, like if you're coming down your workflow here, and let's say somebody opens up this webinar, this post-webinar email number 23. Let's say they open it, and you can see the opens and you can see the clicks, right? It'll tell me the percentages. It gives you all the stats, which I think is great. If somebody purchases after clicking through your email, if they purchase a product, like, it'll tell you that, which is awesome, which is something that, like, it was so hard to do with ActiveCampaign. Like, you had to add Google Tag Manager, and honestly, it was a big headache. And I love that it's all here on this platform. And then, so what ClickFunnels 2.0 doesn't do that ActiveCampaign does, I can make a conditional split path here, like on ActiveCampaign. I can say, okay, if somebody, so the split path is going to be this. If somebody clicks on the email, okay, they clicked it. All right, good. Go down this path, and we can create like a whole nother path of emails for them. Okay, so they're engaged, right? So I want to create a different email sequence for people that are engaged. If they didn't click on the email, right, I want to have a different sequence coming down because they're not engaged yet, right? There's something going on. Either they didn't open the email or they didn't click on it, right? But I want to have a specific, I want to cater to that person, just like I want to cater to the person that clicked specifically, right? They're hotter, they're more engaged, right? So there's different messaging, different emails, different communication that I want to use. That's something that we can't do in ClickFunnels 2.0 as of yet. All right, so I would say that's the only disadvantage. After all the things that I mentioned, right, that's the only disadvantage. ActiveCampaign just doesn't have all the features that ClickFunnels has as far as like running your webinars, running your courses, your funnels, your homepage, just managing your everything, right? I mean, it has everything that you need. But this would be the only thing that they don't have. But I will say this, because remember how I said that they just implemented that feature for the countdown timer? Well, turns out, let me move my face a little bit so I can grab this. I reached out to support. I was like, hey, can we do this? Because I can't see it. So then he led me over to this page, workflow trigger for clicking an email. So this is a request. So one thing that ClickFunnels 2.0 has is a feature request, right? And I've seen plenty of feature requests be built, be taken care of. And so that's what this is. And I upvoted it to 65. So workflow trigger for clicking an email link, right? So there's a lot of people that want this. They want a tag to happen. They want all these things to happen when somebody clicks on the email, right? So everybody wants it. And so I guarantee it's coming. I guarantee you that that's going to be coming, and it's going to be coming into place. Now, I don't know, if you're comparing ActiveCampaign to ClickFunnels, or you're using, to ClickFunnels 2.0 and ActiveCampaign, and if you were using ClickFunnels Classic to ActiveCampaign, and you're using both of those, and you want to move it all into one, well, this is where you do it. And if you want to know more, you want to see a comparison between ClickFunnels Classic and ClickFunnels 2.0, then definitely check out this video right here. So if you were using like ClickFunnels Classic and ActiveCampaign together, which a lot of people did, which I found very frustrating, you don't need that in ClickFunnels 2.0. So that's like what's really going on here. That's what's great. And like ClickFunnels Classic and GetResponse and ClickFunnels Classic and MailChimp, I really hated doing that. I had the Platinum, so it's like I built everything in ClickFunnels Classic and it worked fine. But I love 2.0. I think it's a better system. It's a better platform, and they can add features like upon request. So it might take a little bit for them to add it in, but they will get it in there. So with that being said, if you are thinking about moving over to ClickFunnels 2.0, I would highly suggest that you do it, depending on your situation, right? It doesn't make sense if you have like a huge system and email funnels going on, and like say ActiveCampaign. But if you don't have like a big system in there, and all you need to do is build a couple of workflows, a couple of email automations, I highly suggest that you move to ClickFunnels 2.0. I think 2.0 is probably the best platform out there right now. It's easy to use. They have all the features that you're looking for, except, a couple, which they're going to add in. So make the switch. And if you're thinking about starting it up, or if you need help with your funnels, I do ClickFunnels coaching, so I'll coach you in ClickFunnels 2.0 if you need help. If you want somebody to set it up, I do that too. So you can definitely reach out to me. You can schedule a free consultation with me. I'll put the link down in the description. I have a couple other offers down in the description as well. There's the One Funnel Away Challenge, which will help you a lot. If you're like struggling to get your funnel off the ground, I highly suggest that you take that. Take me up on my offer there, where I'll do personal coaching, group coaching. I also have I'm giving you $3,000 worth of bonuses if you want to check that out. Link in the description. And if you want to see like a more comparison on ClickFunnels 2.0 and you want to learn more about it, go ahead and click the video right here. I hope that answers all your questions. And if not, just put them in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Peace. I'll see you on the next one.